In today's episode,
I've heard you discuss Ethereum and the analogy of the App Store. So that is one thing that attracted me to Ethereum when I looked at the array of options out there. I realized, these guys are trying to build a platform. They're not just trying to build. They're basically allowing people to build on top of what they've built. And the analogy you've given in the past, I've heard you talk about, is Apple and the App Store. So could you just kind of share that as well? Like, how does Ethereum differentiate, and what are they building that is akin to something like the App Store?
So Apple was revolutionary for many reasons, but one of the less spoken about one is the App Store. When Apple first launched the iPhone, one of the first things they did was open this App Store to be a third-party system where people can build apps. And oftentimes, really early on, you can probably still find a lot of these articles online. They were criticized for it. Why would you allow someone who is not Apple to build an app and monetize some of the use and the time of your users? And Apple's response was brilliant. They said, we can't make it all. There's so many use cases. The value of the iPhone will grow if we have hundreds, if not thousands, of developers building on top of our platform. Not every single developer needs to build the hardware, needs to build an iPhone in order to sell a game, in order to sell a tool. We're going to allow people to build on our iPhone, and it's going to increase the value of our iPhones and increase the value of our App Store.
And their ecosystem.
Right? To tie them into that. You and I, we like our iPhones because of the ecosystem. We like it because it interacts so well with our lives. That's the major value. Ethereum does something similar and takes it to the next level. So not everyone needs to build a blockchain. When we talked about being able to buy or sell a house, when we talked about being able to execute charity on the blockchain, there are lots of smart entrepreneurs out there that don't necessarily need to build the entire App Store from scratch, don't necessarily need to build their entire blockchain. They have a use case. They have an application that will use blockchain. They need a smart, good blockchain to use. That's what Vitalik and Ethereum did. They created an app store where, unlike Apple, anyone can build an app on top of the apps on the Ethereum App Store. Anyone can design some functionality that uses the Ethereum blockchain. They can issue their own tokens on top of it. They can release it to the world. They can charge money. They can do whatever they want on top of the Ethereum blockchain. And unlike Apple, Vitalik and others aren't saying, yes, we allow you to build on our app. No, we don't like you. Hey, this doesn't fit well. It's a democratized way to access a blockchain and build on top of it. So it's somewhat beautiful, and we're only getting to the tip of what's possible with it. We don't know. If I tried to explain to you Facebook 10 years ago, you would have looked at me silly. So it's like a yearbook with pictures and a wall, and you can write on it. No one would have believed that it would be the massive what it is today. And that's what's happening in Ethereum. People are building things that we couldn't wrap our minds behind. There are new applications being built that we would have never even fathomed because of the beauty of this app store and the democratization of it.